Hey folks, how great is this up in the hills with my new Rusher Ranger e-bike? What a piece of kit, filming with the Insta360 Ace Pro, getting some great stuff, but knowing that I have 5 functions in the app that are going to help me embellish my footage, make it even better. I'm filming with the editing in mind. So let's talk about the first feature that I'm just blown away with. It's the telemetry that you can add thanks to the GPS data captured in the camera. I gotta show you this now. To make sure GPS data is saved to your video file, use your phone via the app to start and stop recording your video. You can also use the Insta360 GPS remote, a Garmin device, or your Apple Watch. Scroll through your album to find a suitable clip, and once you've found one, look for the stats icon, hit that, and you'll get a whole bunch of telemetry options that you can embed in your video. You can cycle between the classic, cool racing and futuristic styles, and even better than that, you can select every single item, drag it around on your screen, resize it, reposition it, all that kind of stuff to suit your specific needs. I really like this simple distance and speed interface for this beach e-bike adventure. That's plenty of information for this particular example. In this one, however, it's great to be able to see the route for this mountain cycle and also the elevation, being able to track that we're 437 meters up. We can also get some slope analysis as well. This is awesome for mountain biking. Motion blur has a big role to play in making your action camera footage look a little bit less actiony and a bit more cinematic. It couldn't be easier to apply in the Insta360 app. Just look for the motion ND effect. The defaults look great, and export your clip. I think this looks absolutely brilliant. It does not look like it was filmed on an action camera. If we swipe away the motion blur and look at the original clip, everything's a bit jaggy, a bit detailed, a little bit crispy, to be honest with you. Let's get the motion blur back on, and there we go. Yes, it looks like it was filmed on a mirrorless camera. Here's a side-by-side of a nice mountain biking shot. It's a subtle effect, but if you look at the road, you can see on the right-hand side we have that sweeping motion blur. Now, as we get up a little bit of speed and we pause here, look at the difference in the trees and the bushes. That's giving that enhanced sense of motion, and I think it creates a much more professional-looking result. Big shout out to Rusher for sending us this astonishing e-mountain bike to help us make all this content. The more action I do, the more I want to be able to document it with an action camera and process it in the app afterwards without having to take all the footage into Final Cut Pro, all that kind of stuff. This thing is incredible. Oh, for an aging athlete like myself, aspiring athlete who's not aspiring in terms of getting older, that's for sure. Such is life, but being able to get up the hills here and have some fun, oh my word, what a machine. Check out link in the description, there's a discount code there too. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I'm a bit old school, so when I see something saying Color Plus, an app that's going to transform your colors, I'm a bit worried that it's not going to do such a great job. But actually, this Color Plus is a great starting point in the app for just enhancing the overall look of your image. As you can see there, you just slide it to the side, and there we've got this more dynamic, interesting color profile on the footage. Looking at the shot full screen, you can see the original one is a bit flat and uninteresting. Swipe across, look at the Color Plus shot, it looks great, and there's not been any deterioration to the quality of the image either, so this is a great starting point for color correcting and color grading your clips. Now, think how many times you've seen YouTube creators, ourselves included, try and sell you their LUTs, color profiles to make your footage look amazing. Well, the Insta360 app has a whole bunch of presets embedded in the software, and they're all very good. I have to say, you can dial down the strength of them or turn them up to suit your needs, but they're actually nice quality color adjustments that I think you would want to use. Taste and judgment are of course paramount when it comes to colour grading, but what a great starting point, and free inside the Insta360 app. The shot lab inside the app that was predominantly for 360 cameras like the X3 once upon a time has now expanded to offer more and more for the likes of the Ace Pro. At the moment, the show-stopping feature is AI Warp. We'll see what happens in the fullness of time, but for now, this one is great fun. You can even type in your own custom prompts. Here, I'm turning a horse into a unicorn in a forest, and the result is pretty pleasing. Obviously, the appeal of these kind of things depends on what's trending at the time, but it's suffice to say, Insta360 are at the forefront of integrating these kind of features into their app. And in terms of social media creators, these things are great fun. The Insta360 app has a pretty comprehensive editing suite where you can take a bunch of clips in, trim them, add some titles, some effects, change the colors, all that kind of stuff, and get a fairly decent edit yourself manually as a creator. Editing videos on a phone is not always the most fun thing to do, certainly if you're coming at it from a regular kind of desktop experience. So with that in mind, the Insta360 app has a new auto edit feature. After analysing all the clips, we're given 3 options as to the length of the final video. This varies depending on the number of clips that you've selected for your auto edit. In this instance, you can see the winter vibes theme that's been picked is not entirely appropriate for these kind of shots, but you can cycle through the various preset themes and find something more suitable. This kind of vintage road trip look is hard to beat when it comes to travel films. Always great fun, and it's nice to have it all done there for you. When you hit export, rather than export the file to your photo album, if you hit create story, you actually get access to the standard editor and you can see all the work that's been done there for you behind the scenes. If you want, of course, you can go in and make a whole bunch of manual adjustments to the edit. So at the very least, we've got a great starting point to speed up your workflow. If you really want to speed up your workflow, go to Flash Cut, and here we have a whole bunch of preset templates. Unlike Auto Edit, where you can put in as many clips as you want and the software will try and figure something out, here we get a predefined number of clips that are required for any given template. Here we're asked for 4 clips, and you can already see the length that those clips are going to be in the final edit. Are there any cool features we've missed, folks? Let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time.